welcome to Cooking with Drew. Tonight we're going to make chicken parmesan, and we're going to start with the breadcrumbs. What you do is you get either some really dry bread or you toast some bread, and I like to use whole wheat bread because it's got more nutrients in it. As you can see, once you have your dry piece of bread or your toasted bread, you just break it up. And you get this nice little fine powdery, semi-chunky texture with your breadcrumbs, because it adds texture to the meat. So we're going to use this to bread the chicken for our chicken parmesan. Alright, when you get done, you'll have this nice bread mixture like this. And then what I've already got mixed up here is my seasonings that I put in to go around. It is basil, parsley, some garlic powder, and some salt and pepper. And then just use your fingers, mix it up, get a real nice texture. If you can take a look at that, you can see that it's pretty much seasoning and just bread. So then we're going to take our chicken and we're going to make this breast is a big breast, and the best way to make chicken parmesan is to cut it in half. So you got a nice thin slice of chicken. Bread's easier, it cooks faster. And you just go down the middle, like so. Look at that. Cutting real nice. So then you got two pieces there. And what I've got here is I've got 2 cups of flour put into a bowl, 2 eggs with a little bit of water to make an egg wash, and then you've got your bread mixture. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take one of the pieces of chicken that we cut, we're going to roll it in flour so it's nice and coated, then we're going to roll it in the egg so it's nice and coated, and then we take it over into our breadcrumbs and roll it, get a nice good texture. Once you get it all covered, this is going to be a terrible video. I'm going to have to do lots of edits. We take it and just put it aside, and then we move on to the next piece, and you do this with all the pieces of chicken. Okay, it's all nice and covered in the flour. And then you take it, cover it in the egg real good, make sure all the flour is moist. And then you roll it in the breadcrumbs. And the egg and the flour makes a nice coated breading. Look at that. All nice and breaded. Alright. So I'll just do these. Alright, so now we need to get the pasta going so that we can put it in the bottom of our pan for our chicken parmesan bake. So I've already had the water boiling while I was prepping the chicken. So it's to put the noodles in. They'll need to go for about 20 minutes. And I've also got some marinara sauce heating up over here. Now this is my own special recipe, and that'll be another later episode where I'll show you how to make my marinara sauce. Alright, so our noodles are done. So I'm going to strain them. I cheat when I strain. This is a splash screen. It's real easy. Personally, I dirty less dishes this way. It's less to clean up. Alright, so now that I've got my noodles, what you're going to want to do is take your marinara sauce you've been heating up. You want to do a thin coat in the bottom of the pan. This is a 13 by 9 glass pan. There we go. Get it nice and coated. Then what we're going to do is just dump the pasta in there. Spread it out. And then take our lovely breaded chicken. We just lay it on top. We just take the rest of the sauce and pour it over it. Make sure you get some on each one of the breasts.
the other pot.
Want you to be able to see that a little better. Just get all the sauce out there. And just make sure it's nice and coated over the top. And right here I've got some mozzarella serrano and some Parmesan already grated and ready to go. And you just sprinkle it across the top. You know what, I got a little more Parmesan right here. I'm going to throw a little bit more cheese on that. Freshly grated. Okay, and we're done. Now we just throw it in the oven at 350 for 45 minutes, and we will have chicken Parmesan ready to go. Well, it looks like dinner's done, guys. Let's pull her out and see what she looks like. Mmm. All right. So I let it cool for about 5 to 10 minutes before serving it. Before eating it, I guess I should say. All right, well, let's see how it turned out. Dinner is delicious. The chicken is so tender, cuts with the fork. Mmm.
Okay. You want to look up more.
I didn't want to look up while I was going, I don't think I can do that. Okay, that's blooper reel number 1. Alright, let's do another bite. Alright.
Don't look at the camera.
Just focus on behind the camera.
Okay, I have a focal point.
Okay.
Look how good that turned out. That's really good. Shall we see how it turned out?
Don't play with it so much.
Mm-hmm. All right, stop.